Hey guys, it's Kim Jones. I posted a video last Friday answering some questions, and I didn't get all the questions. So this week I'm going to finish those up. And there's been a couple of messages that I've received and a couple of Facebook posts of people asking questions. So I'm going to do that this week and answer those questions. So, first of all, happy Friday, everyone. I know it's the end of a long work week for most people. So, I know y'all are happy for that, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Um, let's get started with Carrie Lambert. Carrie said she keeps box fans everywhere and uses one every night, not just for air, but for the noise to sleep by. Well, thank you, Carrie, for acknowledging my pretty box fan. It's back. It's back today. So anyway, it's not that cold day in Mississippi. It's like 50 something, which is still kind of cold for us, but it's enough to where I can, you know, box fan in a window. So anyway, Jeannie Townsend Ward asked, "Are you still going to write a LLC book like a Before Dallas?" And I've really struggled with this. I started one, and then I was like, man, I hate to, like, I don't want to. Okay, this is the. I'm just gonna be for real with y'all. I don't want to. I want to write a book about that, but somehow or another, I'm gonna have to incorporate his scenes with Dallas in the book. I write in the romance genre, in the erotica genre, and therefore there are scenes in there that people expect when you write in that genre. And I don't want to make a love scene with Luke and another woman because, first of all, I can't envision him with another woman other than Dallas. So I don't want to do that. So somehow I'm going to have to I don't want to rewrite a book from his point of view because I feel like that's um, not cheating you out of not really cheating you out of your money, and no offense to authors that have done that. I just don't. I just want a new story, new material. And of course, when someone rewrites a book from someone else's point of view, I mean, they really have to go back through and, I mean, you actually have to write the whole book because it's somebody else's voice and feelings. But I would like to give a lot of new material. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to write the book from Luke's perspective, uh, when he was in the club, before Dallas, and how he actually came upon Dallas and how all that happened. And so I think I'm going to do that. But I'm also going to include scenes from Luke and Dallas now. So you'll kind of get a look into what's going on in the life of Luke and Dallas now that they're finally together and everything's working out and they're married. So I think I'm gonna find a way to do that. And once I do, I'll put that book out. And as soon as I get to working on it, I'll let y'all know, send y'all some teasers, and hopefully we can get that ball rolling pretty fast. But I have started it, so have faith. Um, Mary Mooney says, "When are we going to have lunch or dinner again?" Well, I don't know, Mary, but we need to. There's this restaurant in McGee called Fernando's. That shit is the bomb. It is off the chain. All them 90s slang terms, that's what it is. Um, Amber Carroll, who are the next characters in Dallas that you will be writing about? Um, I don't. I'm not sure on that yet. Like I said, I'm really considering Luke's book, so I'm not 100% sure. I feel like every one of those characters, there's a story there, though. We'll possibly be getting Brooklyn's story, a little bit more about Maddie, Marty. All of them have really great stories. So hopefully I might write all of them. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. So I wish I could tell you, but I'm not sure. But if you have a suggestion, let me know because I would love to hear them. So if there are characters in the Saving Dallas series that you all like and you would like to hear more about, just let me know. What is the last book you read that you would recommend? Oh my gosh. Well, it is very hard. Usually every book I read, I really enjoy. I don't get to read a lot because I work a lot, so I feel like it messes with me a little bit because I get lost in another story. And when I get on point with characters, this is how I do. If I hear a song, a lot of times scenes are developed from just me hearing a song, and like I'm writing a book about a guy and a girl, and he makes a promise and he doesn't keep it. Well, she and how I created that scene was I listened to the song Jar of Hearts by Christina Perri, and I like envision what's happening in my mind. The him coming in and her saying, get lost, or either her leaving, and I mean, anyway, I work it out like that. So I'll listen to that song 100 different times. So when I'm in that zone, I don't like to read books because it kind of messes with the flow of things. And I know that probably sounds nuts, but there are a lot of authors that read every single day. I wish I could because I love to read so much, but it's hard for me to. But let's see here. What did I read last? You know, gosh, I've read so much. I'll tell you one that keeps popping in my head, which just wasn't the last book I read, but Penelope Ward wrote Step Brother Dearest. That is a damn good book, y'all. And my friend Nancy turned me on to it. Her and Linda, and they were like, "Oh, you got to read this book." And I was in the airport, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I got all day to be in this airport. I might as well." Oh my gosh, I did not sleep on the airplane at all. I read that entire book. It was amazing. I love that book. Um, my most anticipated book right now is Callie Scott's new release that's coming out. I think it's Deep. And oh my gosh, it's Ben's story, and I love Callie's writing. I think she is an amazing writer. I love all of her books, so I'm really looking forward to that book, and maybe she'll let me read it, before it comes out, maybe, and then I can get on here and tell all y'all. I won't have any spoilers, of course, but I can tell y'all how amazing it is, which I can tell you now it's gonna be great. Um, and Amber say I the best. Thank you, girl. You the best too. Jessica Jean Bird, were you hesitant about writing the books at first? I love how you don't hold back in the books, but were you concerned that they might not publish because of that fact? When I wrote my first book, I just threw it out there. I mean, I had no idea. I did not even know that places like um, Goodreads existed. I did not realize that there was this huge book community. I didn't know there was signing. I didn't know any of this stuff. I just wrote a book and I was like, I'm going to write this book and I'm going to publish it and my friends are going to buy it. And so I did, and it worked, and it was a oh my gosh, y'all have no idea. So with the first one, no, because I didn't think anybody was going to ever read it. Just the people I know, and I knew they would lie to me. So it was, oh, Kim, it's great, it's great. So I wasn't worried about that. So I just kind of threw it out there. But after that one, yes, I've been very hesitant because it's really hard to please everybody. But you try to find a medium there so that you can, maybe this person won't like it, but maybe they'll like another aspect of something else in the book. And that's kind of what I try to do is um, I try to write a book that maybe don't everybody like, but everybody can say, I read it. I know it probably that sounds nuts when I say it out loud, but anyways, so I try to do something to um for everybody to enjoy, but that never works. So I'm always hesitant because I know there's always going to be somebody who doesn't enjoy it and or might get offended by it because I don't hold back and I don't feel like I should. It's um anyways, so um Karen Croker says, what are your plans to write about next? And we've talked about that, the LLC book. And of course, I have this other MC that I've been writing about. So as far as releasing books, I'm not real sure yet which one will come first, but I'll promise I'll let y'all know. Vicky Bays says, are you going to write any more about Red and Reg outside the Saving Dallas series? Like, I don't know, maybe Reg's story. I love Red's story and would love to have more Reg story to go with it. I can tell y'all anything y'all want. Y'all want to know about old Reg. No, I don't think so. I think that Red and Reg just kind of run their course. Of course, when I write other books, they'll be in there, and you'll get to see more of them as they grow, or more of them from previous times. Like if I do the LLC book, of course, you'll find out how him and Reg met, and you'll learn a little bit of background on Reg. So you'll get bits and pieces of him from different books. But as far as just him and Red, I don't think so. Shelley Sloan I was wondering if we could get Brooklyn's story. You touched on Chi Chi's backstory. Will we be reading more anytime soon? I like Brooklyn's story. I think that it's a great story to tell. It would Brooklyn, of course, is, as many of you know, a lot of my characters in my books are based off of real people, and Brooklyn is a close, dear friend of mine. So I would want to make sure that her story was told in a way that, that she was pleased with it. So it's hard writing stories about these people because I want them to see when I'm writing and say, hey, do you like this? Do you not like this? Whether it's true or not, I still want them to be pleased with it. So I definitely want to write Brooklyn's story. I'm not sure when, but that's a definite. That's going to be a tough book to write because I want to make it perfect for her. So, and then Jay Lynn Rich, what's a typical day for you? Do you have another job other than being a writer? Well, this is my typical day. First of all, no, I don't. I write full time. That's my job. We've been blessed enough that I can do what I love full time, so I do. Um, my typical day starts at about noon. I sleep late every day. I've never been a morning person. I've always been a late sleeper. So I usually get up about 12 and I shower. And Reg comes home for lunch and we'll eat something. Sometimes I'll cook him something because I'm such a great wife. Sometimes I'll bring something home and sometimes I'll make him a sandwich. And then he leaves and I piddle around the house. You know, I'll clean something because my house is one of those houses that there's always something that needs to be cleaned. So I'll do that. I might watch a little TV, read a book. At some point during the day, I go by my mother and father's house, and we play a game of Phase 10. That's not every day, but it's a lot. So Phase 10 is our favorite card game, and I go over there and we play cards, and we have this big board, and we put our names on it for whoever wins. And last year I held the record. Then my dad come like I don't know what happened. He just come in and beat me. And then this year we started over in the new year, and he's got more points than I do. So I'll be playing a lot to try to catch up with him. Um, anyway, then I come home and either I cook Reggie food, or we'll go eat somewhere, or we'll make another sandwich. And then we sit around and we watch Wheel of Fortune at 6:30 because we're so cool. And the neighborhood kids will sometimes come over and we'll hang out with them. And then Reg goes to bed about 10:30 or 11. And I'll usually go to bed with him and just like lay down until he falls asleep because he falls asleep really fast. And then I get up and I'll usually work till about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's my typical day. And then I crash and go to sleep, and then I wake up at noon and do it all over again. I did say shower. I do shower in the mornings a lot. Oh, and I eat a lot of junk during those hours of like 12 and 5 in the morning. That's, I usually get snacks, and I eat a lot every day because I like to eat. But that's about it. Okay, I've got another one. Hang on a minute. We're almost finished. Lindsay Calhoun. Is Luke a real character, fictional, real life? Several other favorites seem to be like your close friends, aka Pumpkin. Yes. No. Luke is not real. If he was, I would trap him in my house and never let him leave. No, Luke's not a real character. He is, I wish he was, but he is not. He is a figment of my imagination. Uh, the other ones, most all of them, yes. Like Pumpkin is a real character, and she is really like that in real life. Of course, she didn't stab her husband 20 something times or however many times it was to death. But a lot of the other things, their personalities are very similar to who they are in real life. Rachel Graves, I love your video. Enjoy. They are awesome. Thank you, Rachel. It's so nice. Rachel said, you making all them long videos. Probably don't like 10 people look at them. I said, I don't care. That's 10 people. I just like making them. And anyway, I got this little notification of the day that says, because I put that video on YouTube, it says your video has been viewed 100 times. And I was like, 100 people spent 21 minutes of their life to watch me. Rich said, hell no, they didn't. They probably just clicked on there and then clicked off. Anyway, he's such a negative Nancy. Rachel Laughlin says, or Raquel Laughlin says, I have never watched any of your videos, only read your books. I can say after watching your video, I fell in more love with you. You are so funny. Can't wait until more books. Thank you so much. I love you too. I do. I love everybody. So that's great. And thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoy them. Patricia Purser McMullen says, how do I get extra red chapter? Go to kimjonesbooks.com and it'll say red bonus scene. And you click on that, and there it is. And it's how Luke and Red first met. So I think you'll enjoy that. Okay, guys, I think I've answered everyone's questions. And until next Friday, y'all just be thinking of some things you want me to discuss, and have a good one.